Have you ever wondered why, even after a full night's sleep, you still wake up feeling tired, with cold hands and feet, and no energy like you used to have? That feeling does not simply come from age. It is a silent message from your circulatory system, which plays a key role in nourishing the prostate, balancing hormones, and supporting male vitality as you age. After the age of 60, even small changes in how you eat dinner can make a big difference, because it is during the night, when your body enters the repair phase, that the nutrients you consume begin silently working to restore, regenerate, and renew each blood vessel cell. In this video, I will share 5 familiar foods that, if eaten at the right time, can help reawaken blood circulation, restore warmth and vitality, and support long-term health for older men. Which country are you watching from? Let us know in the comments. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and stay with us on this journey. Blood circulation is like a river that nourishes the entire body. When that river flows strong and steady, every function from memory and sleep to male vitality runs smoothly. But after the age of 60, many men start to feel like their bodies are slowing down. Cold hands and feet at bedtime, morning fatigue, and a decline in vitality without a clear reason. This is not a coincidence. Over time, blood vessels gradually lose their elasticity. The endothelium, the inner lining that produces nitric oxide to help vessels expand, also becomes less effective. When combined with chronic silent inflammation throughout the body, blood flow to critical areas begins to slow down. Especially at night, when the body is supposed to repair itself, circulation becomes sluggish, making it harder for cells to heal and regenerate as they should. Many people mistakenly believe this is just part of aging. But in fact, the body can still rebuild blood vessels and improve circulation if it receives the right nutrients at the right time. And surprisingly, that ideal time is dinner, the quiet beginning of meaningful change. Food number 1. Fatty fish. If there is one food that helps blood flow smoothly, while also nourishing the prostate and supporting aging hormone function, it is fatty fish. Familiar names like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are not just delicious. They are precious gifts for your blood vessels after the age of 60. The reason lies in 2 special fats found in fish, EPA and DHA. These are omega-3 fatty acids that help soften blood vessel walls, fight inflammation, and support the production of nitric oxide, a compound that naturally helps blood vessels expand and allows blood to reach more distant parts of the body. At my clinic, there is a patient named Robert, 64 years old, from the state of Ohio. He shared that he always felt tired in the morning, with heavy legs and no energy like before. When I asked about his diet, he admitted that he ate chicken and beef almost every evening and rarely touched fish because he was not used to cooking it. I have heard this story hundreds of times. Many men over 60 almost completely skip omega-3 rich foods, even though this is exactly the group of nutrients they need most. According to the American Heart Association, adults should eat at least 2 servings of fatty fish per week, which equals about 6 to 8 ounces. However, surveys show that most older adults eat only about half of that amount. The result is poorer blood circulation, reduced oxygen in muscle tissues, slower hormone activity, and a gradual decline in vitality. The timing of eating fish is especially important. If you eat 4 to 6 ounces of fatty fish in the evening, about 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, your body will absorb the omega-3s just as the circulatory system enters its recovery phase. At that time, the nutrients from the fish quietly enter each blood vessel cell, helping widen the flow, reduce inner tension, and deliver oxygen to the pelvic area naturally. Eating fish is not just about protein. For people over 60, it is a way to nourish vitality, protect the prostate, and restore strength in a lasting way. Food number 2, ginger turmeric tea. When night falls and the body enters a state of rest. This is also the time when the circulatory system quietly begins to repair the damage of the day. But if blood flow is blocked due to silent inflammation or prolonged vessel constriction, the healing process slows down. That is why a cup of ginger turmeric tea in the evening can make a big difference for male vitality in older age. Ginger contains an active compound called gingerol. This natural substance helps expand blood vessels, allowing blood to flow more easily to the hands, feet, pelvic area, and urinary organs. Ginger also improves the body's ability to absorb nutrients from food, especially healthy fats from fish or seeds. Turmeric, with its active compound curcumin, is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory agents. Curcumin not only reduces signs of inflammation, but also supports the repair of blood vessel linings, which improves circulation and reduces pressure on the cardiovascular system. When combined with ginger, turmeric becomes even more effective thanks to the biological synergy between the two. One helps open the blood vessels, while the other soothes damaged areas, creating the perfect condition for blood to flow smoothly throughout the body during the night. James, 72 years old, a retired construction worker from Arizona, once shared that his legs felt like they were weighed down with lead, heavy and lifeless. After adding a simple evening habit of drinking ginger turmeric tea, made with 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder mixed with hot water, he began to notice a change. After 3 weeks, his legs felt lighter, his mornings were no longer exhausting, and most surprisingly, he felt confident in his own body again. Ginger turmeric tea is not a medicine. It is a gentle ritual that opens the door to better circulation at night. If you drink it between 7 and 8 p.m., a few hours before sleep, you will not only rest more deeply, but also awaken the blood flow that has quietly fallen asleep inside your body. Food number 3, berries. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. If there is a dessert that is not only delicious, but also quietly supports blood flow to important areas. After the age of 60, it is the tiny colorful berries like strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries. Behind their vibrant colors lies a group of plant compounds called anthocyanins. These natural components improve the elasticity of blood vessels, reduce stiffness, and help blood flow more smoothly to the pelvic area and urinary system. Researchers at Harvard Medical School have shown that anthocyanins can improve endothelial function, the inner lining of blood vessels, by over 50% after just a few weeks of proper intake. This means that blood moves faster, pressure on the heart decreases, and the lower organs, often neglected after age 60, receive better nourishment. Thomas, 68 years old, a retired accountant in Michigan, once shared that his legs felt heavy at the end of each day. His sleep was restless, and his morning energy was nearly gone. He was not expecting much when he decided to try a small change, a bowl of fresh, unsweetened strawberries in the evening, about 2 hours before bed. But after just 3 weeks, he clearly noticed that his legs felt lighter. He woke up more refreshed, and his sleep became deeper. It is important to choose fresh or naturally frozen berries without added sugar or syrup. Just half to 1 cup each evening is enough to provide your body with the necessary dose of anthocyanins. These nutrients are not only good for the heart, but they are especially helpful in restoring energy and vitality as you age. Just imagine such a small change as a bowl of berries in the evening could be the first step in reawakening the blood flow and strength that have been quietly sleeping inside you. Food number 4. Walnuts. Some foods may look small but contain powerful restorative benefits. Especially for men over the age of 60. Walnuts are a perfect example. Many people think of them as just a snack or an ingredient in desserts. But in fact, walnuts are a valuable source of nutrients for blood vessels and male vitality in later years. Each walnut half contains a rich amount of arginine, an essential amino acid that helps the body produce nitric oxide. This molecule plays a critical role in helping blood vessels expand, lowering pressure, and directing blood flow to areas that need nourishment. As we age, the body's natural ability to produce nitric oxide begins to decline. That is when foods like walnuts become powerful allies in restoring healthy circulation. In addition to arginine, walnuts also contain ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that reduces inflammation, softens vessel walls, and improves arterial elasticity. The combination of these two nutrients creates a dual effect, boosting blood flow while reducing the hardening of arteries that comes with age. I once met a patient named Bill, 66 years old, living in Seattle. He was very mindful of his diet, but often skipped a proper light dinner after adding 14 walnut halves to his evening routine, about 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. He began to feel noticeably lighter in the mornings. The heaviness in his legs disappeared, and his mood became more refreshed and cheerful. One important note is that while walnuts are beneficial, they are also high in calories, so it is best to consume them in the right amount, around 28 grams each evening. Eat them at the right time, without pairing them with greasy foods, and you will likely see clear improvements within just a few weeks. Such a small change could be the first step toward reawakening a circulatory system worn down by time. Food number 5. Cooked tomatoes. You may have heard that tomatoes are good for your eyes and skin, but few people know that when cooked properly, tomatoes become an incredibly powerful natural remedy for the circulatory system, especially at night. The secret lies in lycopene, a natural antioxidant found in tomatoes, which the body can absorb more effectively only after the tomatoes are cooked. According to a study published in the journal Clinical Nutrition, blood levels of lycopene can increase up to 23 times when tomatoes are cooked with a small amount of healthy fat like olive oil. This means that tomato soup or tomato sauce not only warms your stomach, but also quietly helps blood flow through your vessels, especially those harder-to-reach areas after the age of 60. Lycopene can ease inflammation, reduce oxidative stress, and support the production of nitric oxide, a compound that naturally expands blood vessels while you sleep. In addition, Lycopene helps block the activity of the ACE enzyme, which contributes to high blood pressure and hardening of the arteries. That is why eating cooked tomatoes in the evening not only supports heart health, but also indirectly nourishes the prostate. Vitality and hormone function as you age. I remember Mr. Walter, 71 years old, living in Florida, who used to avoid tomatoes because he feared they might cause acid reflux. After switching to cooked tomato soup with a little olive oil in the evening, 3 times a week, he not only improved his digestion, but also noticed that his legs were no longer cold. His sleep became deeper, and he felt more energized in the morning. The best time to eat this dish is about 3 to 4 hours before bed. Do not forget to add 1 spoon of olive oil to maximize lycopene absorption. A dish that seems so simple could become the bridge that quietly helps revive your blood vessels each night. There is something many people do not realize. The body does not completely rest while you sleep. Instead, nighttime is the golden period when the circulatory system begins to repair, recover, and regenerate. As you enter deep sleep, your heart rate slows down, blood pressure drops, and restorative hormones begin to activate. And when the right nutrients are provided during this time window, the body makes full use of them to quietly but powerfully nourish each blood vessel cell. This is why dinner, especially 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, can become a key factor in maintaining male vitality after the age of 60. If you eat too late, your digestive system becomes overloaded, leading to poor sleep, bloating, and ineffective circulation. But if you choose the right foods, in the right portions, at the right time, you are giving your body the essential building blocks to heal while you sleep. Good circulation during the night not only keeps your hands and feet warm, but it also nourishes the prostate, balances hormone levels, and helps sustain long-term vitality. Every night that you miss this opportunity is another day your blood vessels go without the recovery they deserve. So start paying closer attention to your body in the evening. The meal after sunset is not just about feeling full. It is the key that unlocks a quiet renewal process within you each night. Although foods like fatty fish, walnuts, berries, and ginger turmeric tea are safe and easy to use, their effectiveness may fall short if taken the wrong way or at the wrong time. For men over 60, both digestion and circulation become more sensitive. That is why it is important to follow a few key guidelines to gain full benefits without putting strain on the body. First, do not eat circulatory-boosting foods too late at night. Aim to consume them at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, so the digestive system has enough time to process the food gently, without causing bloating or sleep disturbances. If you eat too close to bedtime, the body will stay busy digesting instead of focusing on restoring the blood vessels. Second, if you are taking medication for high blood pressure, diabetes, or blood thinners, you should consult your doctor before using ginger turmeric tea, walnuts, or lycopene from tomatoes. These nutrients may interact with medications and affect blood pressure or blood viscosity. In addition, if you have a sensitive constitution, it is best to start with small amounts and gradually increase. For example, begin with just half a cup of berries, 7 walnut halves instead of 14, or half a teaspoon of ginger before using a full one. Pay close attention to how your body responds. A feeling of lightness, better sleep, and warm hands and feet are signs that you are on the right path. Good health does not require drastic changes. As long as your routine is consistent and well-timed, your body will know how to restore itself naturally. You have just taken a gentle yet meaningful journey, one where 5 familiar foods were seen through the lens of science and life experience: fatty fish, ginger turmeric tea, berries, walnuts, and cooked tomatoes. These seemingly ordinary items are actually powerful allies, quietly working to revive your circulation, balance your hormones, and reignite your vitality after 60. We cannot stop time, but we can take care of our bodies so that waking up each morning no longer feels like a battle against fatigue. Cold feet, restless nights, or the feeling that you are no longer yourself. A bowl of tomato soup before bed, a handful of walnuts in a quiet evening, a cup of ginger turmeric tea as a gentle comfort for tired blood vessels. These are not just foods. They are acts of care. They are your way of telling your body that you still care, that you still want to live well and live fully. You do not have to do everything at once. Just pick one item and add it to your dinner tonight. Let that small habit repeat long enough to build a new body where blood flows freely. Energy is restored, and growing older becomes one of the most rewarding chapters of your life. If you found today's content helpful, don't forget to subscribe so we can continue this journey together in future videos. We will be sharing more tips on nutrition, gentle exercises, and natural herbs that support hormonal and urinary health in safe and effective ways. Which food from today's list are you eating already? Share in the comments below, because your story might be the inspiration someone else needs to believe in their health again.